10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Wilson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds.
Now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson.
Got a man. It's Judy, complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans 33. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Sutton.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Javonte Williams with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that had... injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19. Go.
Play action. Here's Willis.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Willis to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Gainwell.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
The Titans at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
7 Pirates, on the ball.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Now this one was tight end out on the right side.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
They go play action with Willis.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Za'Darius Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. Here's Smith to return it.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw is Wilson.
Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
Touchdown! K.J. Hamler, his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
From the 6. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, check that, street.
Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Right there, hurt.
1st and 10, it's Willis.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Broncos' 18-yard line.
Ready, quick! 60 Eagles, go!
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter.
Half the 60. Mustang 19. 60 Maverick.
To the air on 1st down, here's Willis.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. That's a Titans touchdown.
Quez Watkins
from 10 yards out.
And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Again, it's Williams. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go with Drake. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead. and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Here we go, here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
Going deep here for Watkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Here we go.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Last play of the half. Here's Willis.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports.
Taken from about the 12.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Check mash, check mash. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 79 Broncos, 10-11, 10-11.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Willis
going deep here for Watkins. It got his man complete. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Slot man moves right.
on 1st down, Willis.
He's going to go up top again. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Check contact, check contact.
On 2nd and 10.
Willis.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Nittany Lions. Go street. Hustle, hustle.
Third down, it's Willis. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Operating from the gun, Wilson.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
They try the left side here with Williams.
They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Play clock about to expire. We get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Play action. It's Wilson. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
They'll run it with Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Javonte Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Titans 7. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. Willis now off play action.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Second 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action.
Warriors 17. Dragon 60.
Willis will look to pass again here.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown.
Quez Watkins,
His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
and the Titans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They begin the drive with Williams. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Here's Wilson. intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Amani Hooker. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They go play action with Willis.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Back to throw, Willis.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Cowboy 80, Buffalo 18. 65, yeah, 65.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right through.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
From way up at the 23.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
The decision is to decline it and not give them the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the 1st down against our defense by that decision.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Wilson keeps himself upright. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Christian Fulton.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Willis will try and throw for this.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Myles Jack. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There was a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that two-point attempt.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
Credit the tackle for loss to Harold Landry. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Play action. Willis.
Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, a give to Gainwell.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now Wilson.
He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now Wilson. And that's caught inside the 30. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Williams running left. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. Then we'll be back. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. A give running right, Drake. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Broncos, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year.
And they will get another road test next week as they head to Vegas to take on the Raiders.
Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4.